So it's late February. I've been watching these garter snakes, at least 5 of them. They're all looking for a female that's out here somewhere. And they've been around. I've been watching them for about an hour, filming them off and on. And then I saw something kind of interesting happen as I was watching them. They've been crawling along the brick face here behind the bird bath. And there's a weep hole right there. Oh my gosh. There he is. I'd say there's a snake in the house. Oh my gosh. There's 2 in there now. Okay, looks like there's 4 heads right there. Everybody wants to go in the weep hole. She's got to be in there. There's a party going on. It is Mardi Gras, so this is the garter snake equivalent of Mardi Gras. Throw me something, mister. Chasing each other, and I think they're looking for a female. It's late February, and I started to notice one interested in that weep hole. Well, there you go, right there. There you go. There's the second one looking out. He's a little bigger than the last one. I don't know what his motivation to come out will be. So in addition to weep holes, there's all kind of ways that snakes can get into your homes. There's usually vents associated with your dryer. There's vents associated with your stove. If you have septic, there's usually air vents, PVC pipe that connects up to your septic. That's easy ways snakes can get into your home. And in my opinion, it's not a terrible thing. I'd rather have a king snake in my house than have a rat setting up shop. So, and in the years we've been living in South Louisiana, we probably found 5 or 6 snakes in our home, and found at least 1 or 2 kind of strangled as they were trying to get into some kind of small opening where they get stuck. Maybe even they come in, they eat something, they have that big lump, and then they're stuck as they try to come out. So you'll find kind of a half snake, a snake kind of half in, kind of half out of a little hole like that weep hole. Whoop, he's making his move. And it's like a 2-headed snake. And once in a while in nature that does happen. You get snakes born with 2 heads, which is no problem until you try to feed them and they both fight over the same mouse. And then one eats the other. So they don't quite understand that it's all going to the same digestive system. I guess the guy on the outside hadn't got the memo. Well, maybe he just got the memo. He might have just got the memo. There you go. There is a party going on inside that weep hole. That is the 4th snake. I guess you could kind of like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? You could ask yourself, how many snakes can you cram into a weep hole? And I would say, because they're snakes, you'd probably get quite a few. It's just the female. The female's probably further back in there, but the only problem with that is if the female is in there, how come the males are leaving? So what maybe happens, they may be going in. She may have been in there. These guys are crawling in. They're investigating in between the walls wherever the female went. And once they determine she's not there, they come back out and try to stay on that scent trail. They're not leaving. They're definitely hanging around. See those eyes? See how round they are? Round pupils. That's typically in North America, that's a sign of a non-poisonous snake, as opposed to the infamous cat eye, which rattlesnakes and copperheads and water moccasins have. So if you see that round eye, that round pupil, you're dealing with a non-poisonous snake if you're in the northern hemisphere, for the most part. Of course, this is nothing. There's areas up in the northern United States and up in Canada where garter snakes den up by the hundreds. I've seen up to 15 or 20 in a mating ball down here, but it's not unusual to see hundreds of them up north in places where they all den, and when the females become ready, then the males just find them, just like these guys, by the pheromones that the female lays down, and you have a snake ball. And it happens with most species of snakes. You'll see every one of them's got a time of year where they're very active, and usually it's because the females, the water snakes, all have different times of year where the female attracts the males, and the multiple males will chase the female water snakes. King snakes, I think they all have a certain time of year where you're more likely to see several snakes in one area because of a female. And usually the female is the larger of the bunch, and the males will typically be smaller. That is outstanding. 3 snakeheads all looking out of the weep hole. You know, you got your double rainbows, and you got your unicorn, and then you got your 3 snakes looking out of a weep hole. I don't know what's more unusual.